Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Should I turn on this light? Does that make it better? A little bit. It is early as fuck right now, literally 5 a.m. on the dot. This feels illegal. It's still dark and cold. It's actually cold. I'm kind of happy. I'm ready for the fall weather, you know? But if you're new to my channel, I am in my second semester of nursing school and I'm currently doing my peds rotation for clinical. Today I actually get to go watch a surgery, a children's surgery. That is why I'm up so early, because I have to be at the hospital at 5:45. It's pretty close to my house, like 13 minutes away, but I usually carpool with my friend, so I've never parked there, so I have to figure out the whole parking situation, I have to pay for the parking, do all that. So I wanted to leave early enough, and I am very freaking nervous. I don't know why. Maybe because I'm the only one going, so I'm going by myself and I won't know anyone, obviously. I am very excited though, because I am actually considering doing OR, like being an OR nurse. This is gonna be my first time in the OR, so I'm gonna see if I actually like it. I'm very excited to see what the surgeries are. I hope it's something interesting. But I just had my coffee. So I'm gonna take you guys along with me on my day, and obviously I'm not gonna be able to bring you in there, but on my breaks I'm going to kind of explain everything that happened. I just parked! Oh god. I'm so happy I got in bed at 8 p.m. last night, because I feel like I actually got enough sleep. I'm still tired as fuck, but at least I know that I slept a lot. Well, not a lot, but I think enough. Okay, I'm gonna eat, even though I'm literally not even hungry, but I just don't want to pass out in the OR because I've literally never seen like the inside of a human being, so I don't know how it's gonna be. So we're gonna eat some food. I literally just packed some overnight oats, so I'm gonna eat that. I'm so cold. My hands are purple. My skin is horrible. Horrible. On my break. Time to go prep on a patient. What a freaking day, okay? Let me tell you. I'm on my way home, by the way. I'm actually surprised that I'm going home this early. It is 4:30. I got to the hospital at 5:30, so I guess this is kind of 11 hours. But my first surgery was a umbilical hernia. So that one was actually not very interesting, to be completely honest, but it was on an 8-month-old, so that was kind of interesting to see an infant going through surgery. I also got to see like the whole process with that. So I got to see the nurse do the pre-op care, and then I got to see the patient go into the OR, be put under anesthesia, and then I got to see them have the surgery, obviously, and then recover from the anesthesia. And then I got to see the nurse do the discharge teaching with the family. So that was kind of cool, being able to see like the whole process. The surgery itself wasn't that exciting, and I didn't really learn that much, to be honest. Like, I was watching the surgery, I literally had no idea what the hell I was watching. It honestly made me feel very dumb, because I was like, where even is the hernia? Like, I knew it was an umbilical hernia, but like I couldn't see it. I could see it on the patient, like their belly button was protruding. It was really weird. That didn't take very long. It was like an hour to an hour anesthesiologist was hella cool. And then after that, I got to go into another surgery, not from start to finish, but I got to go like in the middle of it. And they're removing a mass from this guy's face and like neck area. And they had actually opened him up and there was like a flap of skin. It was kind of weird, but it was cool. It was like Grey's Anatomy in real life. That's literally how I felt. They were trying for kind of a long time to get the mass out, and then they finally got it out, and I got to see them like dissect it and stuff because they had to like take pieces of it and send it off to the lab, and they had to put it in different lab containers, so they had to like cut pieces off. It was really weird. That was cool, and I got to see like what the scrub nurse does and what the circulating nurse does, and it looked really fun actually. I think I want to do OR now. Actually, I've been known that I kind of wanted to do OR. I'm still deciding between OR and peds, honestly. I might just do peds OR because why not? That would be fun. But the OR is definitely like a really, really different type of nursing than anything else that I've seen. Like, it is so different. You learn very different things. You don't have 4 or 5 patients at one time. You literally just have one. And they're unconscious for the most part. There's not very much patient interaction at all. You're basically just seeing them when they wake up or before they get put under, basically. I don't know, I kind of like that. And they just seem like they're just having a great time in the OR. Like, they play music. They were playing Dua Lipa in the first surgery that I had. I thought that was pretty freaking cool. The nurse said it depends on the surgeon. Like, the surgeon gets to pick the music, so it depends on their taste. The second surgery I had, they were playing Rock Me Like a Hurricane. It was more like my parents' vibe type of music, but it was still good. I did the first one and then the second one and then went on my break, and then when I came back, they put me into a different surgery, and this one was removal of a stent in the brain. So I didn't get to see like the actual brain, which I thought I was going to, but it was an external repair, she said. So I think that means like, I feel so stupid sometimes. Like, I'm learning so much in school, but then I get put into an OR and I'm like, what the actual fuck is going on? Like, I literally had no idea. I was just watching them dig into some person's brain cavity, not even the brain, okay? It was like outside the brain. It was a stent removal, that's all I know. And this girl has cerebral palsy. She had 3 stents and she had to get them all removed because I think she had an infection in her brain. And I honestly don't even know what a stent does, so I need to go look that up. But it was really cool. First 2 cases, the nurses didn't really teach me much, to be honest. They weren't really like explaining what was going on in the surgery. No one told me like who was doing what. Like, I didn't even barely know who the anesthesiologist was. I had to ask the PACU nurse because they all just say doctor on their badge, so you don't know like who's doing what unless you're told. And so the third surgery I went into, the nurse told me who each person was before we went into the room. She said, these 2 people are the nurses, this person is the circulating nurse, this person's the scrub nurse, this person's the anesthesiologist, this person is the attending, these 2 people are the residents. Like, she told me everyone. And so I went in there like kind of knowing who's doing what, and it was like way better. And then she also was like explaining everything that they were doing, not necessarily the surgery, but each role, mainly like what the nurses were doing. She was teaching me how to count, when they count the like sponges and the equipment and stuff like that. She said basically every layer of skin they go into, they have to recount everything just to make sure nothing gets lost in the patient or lost on the floor, make sure they have all of the stuff. For instance, there's been times when sponges have been left in patients and then they find it on an x-ray or something. That is no good, and that can cause the patient harm, obviously. But honestly, she was just a really cool person, and I'm so happy that I got to be with her for my last surgery because she like let me ask her a bunch of questions and she would answer them very thoroughly, and she would just explain things as we saw them. So that was really fun. And then at the end, we were kind of all just like chilling. Like, I was actually talking to one of the nurses about her pregnancy because she had to have a vacuum assisted birth, which I'm actually just learning about in my class. So that was kind of interesting. But yeah, that was pretty much it for my day. It was actually really fun, but the beginning I was kind of like, this is a little bit boring when I had the first surgery, but then at the end I was like, this is actually dope. So I think it just depends on the surgery and who you're working with, but I'm really highly debating doing OR, being an OR nurse. I've only done med surg peds and OR so far. Those are my rotations. So I haven't been to labor and delivery, so I don't know. I really enjoy learning about labor though, so we'll see if I like that. But yeah, that was basically my experience today in the OR. I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video, and I hope it gave you a little bit of insight on what it's like to be a nursing student going into the OR. Half the time I felt really fucking stupid, okay? Because I had no idea what was going on, and I honestly didn't even want to ask questions a lot of the time because I'm like, that is a dumb question, I should know that. But then again, I'm a student, so I shouldn't. Oh, I forgot to mention one huge thing. So when they were finishing up the surgery, one of the medical students in her residency, she was doing the stitches on the surgery at the very end, and the main surgeon, he turns around to me and says, oh, do you want to finish it off? Like, oh, do you want to close her up? And I was like, yeah, sure. And I thought he was just messing around, like just joking with me. And then my nurse, she goes, she's a nursing student. And I thought he was messing around. So I had messed around with him and I was like, yeah, sure. But no, he was serious. He thought I was a medical student. So I was like, nope. Yeah, no, I can't do that. Sorry. But yeah, I just thought that was really funny. And the surgeons were actually really dope. I forgot to mention another thing. This morning when I went to go get my scrubs, because I have to change into surgical scrubs, we have to order them ahead of time, which I did, and I put my size as a small because I usually wear extra small, and they said that they run really small, so I figured I would get a small. But when I went to get my scrubs this morning, the machine gave me a small pants and then a large top, so I was like, what the heck? And so I was like, I'm just gonna try it on. And so I put them on and I took a video of it, so you guys would have seen that by now, but they were literally hella big, like I was drowning in them. And so I put on my other scrubs and I went out there and I was like, hey, like they're really big. And I thought that she would let me like exchange the size, but no. Go, what are you doing? But no, I was like, oh, is there any way like I can get a smaller size? And she was like, no, you either wear those or you don't do your assignment. And I'm like, okay, let me go put them on. It was like literally 5:30 in the morning and this lady was being a but it's whatever. I barely saw her the rest of the day, so it was fine. Everyone else was cool besides her. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed watching this video. Please let me know if you have any questions, not about surgery or about being an OR nurse, but about being a nursing student. Because that's all I know. Thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.